Salutations, dear viewers. You're on with Nexon of the Vast Nexus, and welcome to another Fortnite video. This time, a Chapter 2, Season 4. And yes, saying all of that is getting to be a bit of a mouthful. Fourth solo win. This solo win involves an original character that I have decided to name Ironyman. Because what you will discover over the course of this playback is that everybody died ironically. We'll get to it case by case when we actually get there. It's also a nice pun on Iron Man, but the point is, this is an original character that I created on the grounds that everybody is going to be attending the upcoming Galactus event, should it actually occur, in Iron Man skin or Thor or whatever. Like, anybody with the Battle Pass is going to be grabbing a skin from the season. I want to do something a little different, so grabbed my fully corrupted Scratch, threw in some fusion, some oppressor, like, put some stuff together. It doesn't entirely play off itself visually very well, but I'm working on it. Point is, I am hoping that for this live event, I'm actually able to be present, because it's no unknown variable at this point that Epic servers tend to fail very, very hard during big live events, and this Marvel tie-in has it's given Fortnite another peak in terms of people's interest in it, and that's fundamentally going to translate into a lot of people attending the event, because of the last 3 events, live events, that have been going on while I have been playing Fortnite, we have Star Wars, missed that, was not happy. The Travis Scott astronomical event. Caught that, but that one wasn't as big as some of their other ones on the grounds that hip-hop, rap, whatever, not everybody's into that thing. And then there was the Chapter 2 Season 2 event, the whole Midas fighting back the storm, the whole flood thing. Missed that too, for the same reason I missed the Star Wars event. The servers crapped out. I mean, the Star Wars event was even worse, because I was on 2 hours ahead. In fact, I was in-game an hour before, and the servers actually kicked me out due to the error. Like, they claim it's just a login problem, which is a sort of hand wave at, well, hey, you should have logged in sooner. I was logged in, and your BS servers kicked me out. And the sad part that I consider is that this problem isn't new. It happens during all the big live events. Why haven't they fixed it? It's neglect like this, which is why it's an endless joke, and sadly not as much a joke as some people might like that Fortnite is kind of dying. Now, I'd struggle to call this player a sweat, considering, sure, they slapped together a build real fast, but then again, I fundamentally feel like more than slapping a build together, the fact that they emptied half a clip and only hit me with 2 rounds, that definitely feels like a sweat thing to do. Because, I mean, sweats have but one strategy which abuses the meta of this game. Build, rush, shotgun. Occasionally remixed to rush, build, shotgun, but it inevitably ends with shotgun. Thing is, this guy jumped the gun. Literally, he's got no mats at this point. Super level depletion, and fundamentally, if there's anything we've learned, in Fortnite, a sweat without mats is a dead man walking. As this one is about to find out, and of course there's bunny hopping. I'm amazed there wasn't bunny hopping and crouch toggling. Didn't do any good, because unlike them, I can actually hit my shots. I mean, why did they throw up a 3-story in the first place if they had so few mats? I mean, that was just stupid on their part. But yes, as you can tell by the kill feed, I was responsible for only 2 deaths in this match. I never have, like, 10 bombs or 20 bombs or 30 bombs. Nowhere near that level of skill. Besides which, I'm not even sure that those who used to get those can anymore, because, I mean, ever since Playground came out, that's become the new sort of excuse for why Fortnite started to go downhill. People just start practicing their spam builds, and that skill ceiling just went skyward to the moon. I mean, the level of skill that you encounter with those who've actually stuck it out with Fortnite, because that's another thing. because of the skill ceiling, a lot of the casuals have just up and left. So at this point, you're dealing with players that are practiced and committed, which only further repels new people from coming onto the thing. I mean, besides which, I still hold by my notion that perhaps I was wrong about how quickly it would happen, but Battle Royale as a genre's days are numbered, and it's only a matter of time before even Fortnite feels the swing of the executioner's axe, because nobody's interested in a Battle Royale anymore. You would think Fortnite would fall back on Save the World, actually make it free like they promised to do 2 years ago, at time of recording. But rumor has it, and for the record, I don't like dealing in rumor, but rumor has it they're thinking about getting rid of Save the World altogether. Because it has become eclipsed by Battle Royale, and it's like, yes, but Save the World is a nice safety net. It can catch you should Battle Royale fall on its face, as it is likely to do. Don't just ditch it because you're of the mind that, oh, well, you know, nobody plays Save the World. Well, if you made it free, that might change. But I'm perhaps getting off topic. I go for the entirety of playback. I don't skip sections on the grounds that the context of how I got to that win is important. I mean, I feel that it's important. Because, I mean, what are you doing for half of a Battle Royale type game anyway? It's not fighting, it's looting. You're looting for half the game. You just run around looking for stuff. Anything. Good stuff, preferably. So, a little background for this original character. As I mentioned before, I literally just threw it together from stuff I had in Fortnite, on the grounds that I didn't want to attend the Galactus event dressed like everybody else because I like to stand out. And it's Scratch from Chapter 2, Season 1 in his corrupted skin, which you got from getting, I think, up to level 360 that season. I do not expect I will reach the level 220 necessary for all the skin variations this season. It's highly unlikely. I mean, it was easy in Chapter 2, Season 1 because that season ran almost as long as 2 whole seasons. So, yeah. I threw on Oppressor's alternate style, the blue style back bling, which, because this version of Scratch is like, Vanta black, the sort of matte black finish that you get on the back bling doesn't quite work. That's, oh, I don't remember her name. It's Chapter 2, Season 3's Space Girl's pickaxe. I don't even care. Glider's from Fusion. Contrail is something. Spectrum, I don't even care. But yes, there will be some intercuts here illustrating how people died ironically. Now, how do I interpret that last guy for dying ironically? Well, they were clearly trying to try hard on me. They were sweating. I mean, that's sort of a weird thing because it used to be a descriptive adjective. Now it's a... actually, no, it used to just be a verb. This guy's going to be a sweat to take down. You know, it was something that a person did when they were facing a tryhard, and somehow it turned into a descriptive adjective where it's like, oh, they're a sweat. But the guy was trying to sweat on me, and he figured, because to some extent I was playing a psychological game, I didn't want to throw up a bunch of builds because I know my mats are limited, and if I can hide behind something present in the environment, that buys me a little extra time. It also plays to the notion that he probably thinks I can't build. Of course, I subsequently did once he cracked my cover, and then he starts to panic because he realizes that he gauged the situation incorrectly, he doesn't have enough materials, and he's facing an opponent that can actually defend themselves in the context of this game. And so, the sweat got outsweated. This is your first ironic death. Now, subsequent ironic deaths will not be the result of me personally. They happened as a incident... as an incident of, I guess, Ironyman's superpowers just to cause irony. People, a fatal, toxic level of irony that kills. I have other Fortnite videos that are in the works. If the commentary for this seems like I'm talking out of my seat of my pants. I'll have more to say in the other ones. This one was just a little... When it happened, it just seemed like a usual match where I sort of stayed on the outer edge, kind of played my stealth game the best as I can, yada yada yada. The problem was, I didn't realize until after I watched the replay and I saw some other people's perspectives how hilarious some of the deaths that manifested during this match had occurred. I mean, we're talking some 24-karat gold you're going to be seeing, some true instant karma I don't even know how to tell you. Now, by the time I start heading for the hill, there's going to be two clear tryhards going at it. And because what is going to happen to them happens fairly quickly, I might add, I want to cover exactly what happens a little early. Thing is, I don't want to spoil it, because you have to see it to believe it. I suppose I'll save that revelation for after it happens, just to recap. Now, by the way, while this was going on, I knew there was someone nearby. That light blue arrow, I could hear them. They presumably could hear me. But they were just blitzing for the zone, and they had Wolverine's claws, which is why they're easily overtaking me. Because I could tell they were on the other side of the mountain. Oh, there they are. Those claws shall be mine eventually in this match, and it shall be very important that that is the case. Now, if you notice anything weird like that ramp I walked on that wasn't there, it's a replay glitch. They happen a lot. I mean, near the end of this match, the semi-finalist is going to be shooting at me with a burst rifle that they're not physically holding from their perspective because of another replay glitch. Oh, it's weird. It's funny, but it's also weird. Furthermore, there's going to be more interesting intercuts in the subsequent Fortnite videos, because a lot of interesting things happened. It's kind of hilarious. The cuts aren't perfect, but I'm proud of them. So yeah, in probably half a minute, we're going to transition to a couple of guys up near that ski resort thing, the whole dance club up at the top of the hill near Misty. Those are the two sweaty tryhards I was referring to. Their death shall be ironic, because sweats always complain about the stupidity of everybody else. Oh, here we are. Say what you want about how this is so novel and that is somehow a good thing, but novel does not necessarily mean good. It's a shooting game where the primary game mechanic doesn't involve shooting, and walks off the edge falls to their death. So here's their killer. So that sweaty tryhard there just walked off the edge and fell to their death. Genius! Revolutionary. That must be a 3,000 IQ play to fall to your death like an idiot. And of course, you know that this one, as soon as it happened, was probably going off like, ha ha! But how did they die, I wonder? Wasn't me. Let's see. There's no one else around. And if you have half a brain, you know exactly what happened. Now, since that happened quite quickly, let me recount to you exactly what transpired there. They were trying to waterfall, or fountain. I think it's waterfall. The whole throwing down walls and then a ramp to arrest your fall, but to descend quickly. What they didn't realize was the portion of the structure they were on extended out quite a ways. And by the time they managed to attach the wall, they were perhaps lower than they anticipated, lower than the 3-block height that you can get by without taking any damage. And because they had only 20 health, that 30 or so damage they took from the fall was enough to kill them. So there you have it, 2 sweats dead to fall damage, both of them because they walked off of a structure like an idiot. Ah, the irony is delicious. It empowers Ironyman, it's why he wins. Yes, the most lusted weapon of the Sweaty Tryhard, the legendary pump shotgun. Because they don't want to give you a chance to heal. They just want to run up to you and kill you in a single blast where they don't really have to aim all that hard. Because sure, if you want to, like, make sure it's fatal against someone with shields, you need a headshot, but you don't need to get the whole shot on the head if you have an epic or a legendary pump shotgun. Because I'd wager that 8 out of 10 try-hard builders can't shoot straight to save their lives. Look at the guy at the beginning! He empties half an AR at me and he hits 2 shots out of it. So the bandage bazooka has served its purpose, so I get the claws instead of the meds because I can heal using the claws, albeit very slowly. And a sniper rifle because I'm me, and if you've been watching any of these Fortnite videos for any duration of time, you know exactly what that means. Although, funny story, there was no sniping at the end of this match. You might be thinking that I got a cheap win by just clipping the second-to-last guy with a headshot. That is not what happened. Like I said, everything in this match ended ironically. A lot of verticality to this final circle. That would also play to my favor. Although not because of the sniper rifle, strangely. This whole match was weird. Honestly, I find most of the matches that I win are weird. Like, the weirder, more exotic, the stranger it is, the better my chances, because again, the sweats abuse a meta in this game, and I'll be covering that meta in Broken Royale 2 Electric Boohoo. Yes, that is what it's called. I'm not even going to mention that video, but if you're watching this one, I'll tell you what that's a reference to. It's a reference to Break 2 Electric Boogaloo, which was a breakdancing movie that became some, like, 90s internet meme, which is why I'm bringing it back. But yes, I'll get into how this game is broken in another video. For now, let's just focus on the glory that is Ironyman. May his name ever be the ire of sweaty tryhards everywhere. I don't know if it's my win-loss record or something. I don't know how it could be, considering I have maybe 40 total wins out of maybe 200 solo matches. Probably 250. But they keep throwing me in these sweaty lobbies. I think they're just, aside from me, it's all just tryhards. So, if you check in the radar, I'm about to crest the top of that hill, and I heard this Jennifer Walters coming. Wasn't my best shot taken at her. Maybe the gold put me off. But I tagged for 50 headshot damage. They go for a lunge attack, I go for a lunge attack, and we both screw it. There's a little bit more irony. Not necessarily in my favor, but it works. So we're going to leave me for a minute, because we got a couple more sweats that are fighting each other, and one of them is going to kill the other one with a pickaxe, which is just the ultimate cherry-tapping BM. I mean, my god. Have some dignity, use a gun. Hate it when that happens. Happens to me all the frackin' time. Yep. Black Widow here is struggling. And it's about to get worse. And there's the pickaxe. So we're not necessarily in real time here, because there's those two fighting from another perspective. Now right now, I'm trying to creep up on this Jennifer Walters. I eventually use the jetpack, which, surprisingly, the player ignores completely. I can clearly hear it in the replay. And there's another headshot. Their shields are cracked. I am going to miss the Stark Industries energy rifle when it's gone. I mean, I know all weapons in Fortnite are lasers, but this thing is really powerful when you're ADS. So back to the other player. There's that hot swapping garbage. Flexing. My god, do all sweats have an egomania complex? There's that invisible burst rifle because of the glitch. Yeah, hold the wall. That'll do you some good. Or not. And melee to death for the guy who pickaxed the other guy. Ironic. And I know it was like She-Hulk's fists, which is no pickaxe, but still, there's irony there to be enjoyed. She used a superpower to eliminate the third finalist. How do you think she's gonna die? Oh, that's how she's gonna die. And Ironyman clinches the win. Well, this is definitely not one of my best Fortnite works. It's not one of my best works in general, but thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all staying happy and healthy out there. And as always, and ever, fare thee well.